Welcome, everybody. Let me know that you can hear me good. And looks like we got a pretty good group gathered already, which is pretty awesome. Saw all the conversations and the hellos going in the comments, which is pretty cool. You guys starting to get to know each other and having a little community here, which is pretty awesome. So welcome to the live. If you've got your questions, go ahead and drop them in. Ray, right on time, 15 minutes early even. Welcome, Charlie. Welcome, or Hux, as you know him. Bill, welcome. Good to have you back. Brock, good to have you. Hopefully you guys all had a great Mother's Day. And if there's any mothers on, happy Mother's Day to you. Derek, welcome. Welcome from Southeast Kansas. I'm from Nebraska originally, from Omaha. So good to have some Midwesterners on here. I know, let's see, who's Ray's Indiana. Charlie's up in Minnesota. Or Hux. I guess I probably should use your screen name on this. But Bill, I want to say Bill's a Midwestern guy too, if I remember right. But Kentucky, Louisiana, Kentucky. Okay. So welcome everybody. If you've got questions, just drop them in the comments, and we'll get to them. Let me kind of scroll here. Brock, how you doing? Good to have you joining us again. Charlie, I saw a post in one of my Facebook groups that I'm in that the weather in Minnesota was nice today. I was wondering if you maybe got onto the water or not. Louisville, we had some really nice weather the other day, and a little bit cloudy today. But Bill, I don't know if you've been on the water yet. I fished I fished a 113 boat tournament yesterday. Nice. Congratulations, Brock. That's awesome. 0.02 ounces behind first place. That is that's got to be a tough one to swallow, but that's pretty awesome. Hopefully you're in the good money. And that's me, I guess. John McCullough, welcome. Central California, boating for 20 years. And looking, you're in the right spot. If you got a question, all you new folks that are joining us, if you've got a question, here's how it works. Just drop it in the comment section, and I scroll through. If I recognize the name, and it should give me a little notice, but like David Williams became a new supporting member. One of the special things I'll do for them is I'll bump their question up. So just give me a note if you're a member, but it should turn you green, and it's easy for me to pick you out. But I do an hour. If there's questions coming in, they're good questions. We're having a good conversation. I will go till I get tired and till I'm done, all talked out. And but just drop in the questions. If I have an answer for you, I'll share it. If I don't, I will let you know. If I have a resource that's better suited to answer it than me, I will let you know that as well. Rocketry and Railroads, howdy, welcome back. Good to have you. And thank you for all your comments. Everybody, thank you for the comments that you make on the videos that we post. That really helps YouTube know that hey, you watch it all the way through, you give it a like, you leave it a comment, and YouTube's like, oh, this is good stuff. Maybe we should show it to more people. And we're seeing that happen. So I really truly appreciate that. And let's see. From Southern Brazil. Well, welcome. I'm not sure how you say your name, Craig Mercado. Hopefully that's close. But welcome from Brazil. Getting close. Crazy enough, I purchased my Crown Line in October, ordered my new Explorer December. It's still on chip hold. Well, hopefully you can get it to the water, man. It's tough. Hopefully you got something that'll get it to the water and get you going. So as people have questions coming in, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. Because we've got a lot of usuals, kind of the regulars. I'm gonna show you something. This is, let me go see if I can go full screen on me. Oh, you can see you can see my backdrop is, this is sort of my studio, that if I frame it right, it looks like I got my stuff together. When I don't, you see all my crap in the background. So this is the sticker that I had made up. It is just a 3-inch vinyl decal sticker, and it peels off. And let's see, I don't think I've stuck it on anything yet, but I just got them in the other day. So here's what I'm doing. If if you see this little link right here, you can copy and paste that. And what it will do, if you want to, and I will send you a free sticker. And actually, all you guys, if you just email me, if you don't want to do the video, just send me your address and I'll mail you one of these stickers. Brock and Charlie and Bill and all you guys that Ray, all you guys that have been with me for a while and on the podcast and always on the lives, and Rocketry and Railroads, all you guys, if you just want to shoot me an email, captain at Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon or captain at Boater's Secret Weapon, both of them will get to me. But if you would like to, one of the things that I'm trying to see how it works, there we go, is I've got this little video program that this link, it'll take you to a video where I'll say, hey, I'm getting basically some testimonials, some people saying, hey, this is a good guy. He's got good information, a good program. And I just asked some prompting questions. If you want to answer those questions, it'll just, you record it on your phone or on your laptop or whatever, and it'll just automatically drop it into a database. And that the last question at the end is, what's your address? And I'll send you one of these stickers here. It's real easy. I'd be happy to do that. If you're like, I don't want to do a video, just email me your address and I'll send you guys a sticker. So if you want a sticker, I don't know. A few people said they would put one on their truck or their boat. So all right, let's see here. Craziest idea. What if someone bought a F4 Phantom into a pond? I don't know what a F4 Phantom is. What's an F4 Phantom? Anthony, welcome. Is this what you're talking about? Turn that into a pontoon? I would like to see that. I don't know that I'm the guy to do that, but um, that's a pretty cool machine. Welcome, Anthony. Welcome to Somerville. We've got Brock, who's on is in Charleston, and I'm not sure what part of Charleston he's in, but welcome to the live. And again, if anybody's got a question, otherwise I will just kind of show you the newer videos that are out, and some of the things that I've been talking about lately. Monk's Corner. Okay. So bought your best boat captain program for my that's awesome, Bill. His love of the content and certainly helping him. Awesome. That is so cool. I really appreciate that. And that's awesome. If I would have had my stuff together, I would have put together like a Mother's Day package where people could have bought in the program for Mother's Day if there's any folks that want it. It's really interesting. On the channel, it's 94% male. But on my program, it's probably like 25% female. So still majority of guys, but the men tend to watch the channel, and there's the women, whether they watch the channel or not, tend to invest in the programs at a little bit a larger clip. But I didn't get that done. So, but I do appreciate that. Best pontoon. Yeah. Ray got that. And I appreciate Ray also. He mentioned it to his homeowners association, at his condo association on the water, on the lake in Indiana. I forget what the name of the lake is, but All of that stuff is very, very much appreciated. And so this is my most recent video that this just dropped on the 5th. I think it's my most recent. Yeah, it should have been. But I was like, okay, what can I do in the shortest amount of time that's going to help the most people and make it fairly shareable? What is going on with my, there we go. With what's going to be most helpful as Memorial Day approaches. So I did the boating rules in 5 minutes. I referenced a couple other videos for VHF, how to use the VHF, and for how to carbon monoxide, the danger of carbon monoxide. And so hopefully that's a video that if you guys want to share that video out, I just kind of get the basic rules of boating out there. And another one that I'm going to be doing is etiquette at the boat ramp. So I've got this one coming out, the unwritten boating etiquette. That one's going to be coming out on May 12th. What is that? On Thursday. And then I've got expensive mistakes at the boat ramp, but I think I'm going to do that one's coming out on the 15th. I think I'm going to do one about boating etiquette at the ramp, specifically at the ramp, because I think that's an area that hopefully we can get some content out to people that may not come across it and start getting that shared out. So trailer like a pro, getting me 90% there. I'm not at practice point. Yeah, just picked up the extended mirror, too small. Get the ball from the tongue. Yeah, that's a tough one. I had a client of mine one time that he was an older gentleman, and he was a disabled vet, and so he didn't move all that well. But he boated by himself. His wife had passed away, and he liked to just go out and catfish. That was his thing. He bought a $5,000 pontoon from me, just an older pontoon that he wanted to catfish off of. But he had a tennis ball with the flag, and then he had another flag mounted to the tongue of the trailer. And so it was a tennis ball that just stuck onto his trailer hitch, and it had a ball up top, and then had another stick with a tennis ball on the top as well. So three tennis balls, one to kind of go onto the ball, one up in the air, another up in the air, and I don't remember how he had to fix the stick, but then he just married the two balls together. That was his visual point up high, and he knew once he got that, everything was lined up perfectly. So, but yeah, you're right. Practice is really the key. Once you get the concepts, it's just doing it, and eventually you'll be like, oh, okay, I got it, and it just sort of clicks. So, um, that 1 millimeter away from the tongue, that's pretty darn good. So I sure wish I would have found your channel before I bought my bow rider last August. Tons of excellent content. Thank you very much, Derek. I appreciate that. Yeah, even it's really interesting that even as longtime boaters, especially on the buying side, if you can run a bow rider, running the next bow rider is very similar. Maybe moving from a bow rider to a pontoon, there's some things that you can learn there, and like the best boat captain training and stuff. But if you can run a boat, you're going to be able to figure out running another style of boat if it hasn't been too long. But when you go from buying a boat, it just things change so quickly, and there's just there's so many brands out there. There's so many things to consider that I'm glad that folks with a lot of experience are still finding good value. Pine Lake. Okay. Everything is posted. I left my phone number. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Ray. Very, very much appreciated that. All right. Brock's got a suggestion. His are always good. I have a X painted on my floor for the boat trailer jack to sit in a Oh, that's awesome. Get the ball into the tug every time. That's perfect. So you've got the point. I know the trailer. I know the coupler is going to be right here. And I know when I get my truck to this point in my visual reference for the truck, I know I'm going to be right on the money. That's pretty good. I knew you were going to have a good, when I saw that, I knew it was going to be a good suggestion. So let's see what else is coming out. Oh, things I wish all new boaters knew. That one's coming out on the 19th. It's not as detailed as the boater boot camp, but it's some of the things that are some etiquette. What is one of them that's in there? I think it's um like cleaning up after yourself when you're at a sandbar or when you're anchored out at a island or something like that. So that one's coming in the near future. All right, guys. We got a good number of people on here. Go ahead and throw your question in the chat. I will get to give you the best answer that I have. Oh, you guys can't even see my screen. I've got me on full screen. I'm showing you all these videos. Saint, welcome. Welcome to yep, gave mom a call. Gave mom a call earlier, and my brother and sister still live in Nebraska where my parents live. And so my sister had come over. I think my brother may have gone to his in-laws, who are there in western Iowa, not too far away. But welcome back, St. Dorcas. And here were so as I was jabbering on, I forgot to change my um how full should the bearing how full should the bearing protects be to be safe? I'm not sure how to answer that. Um, Charlie, I'm not sure how to answer that one. If you've got the fittings, it's sort of the rule of thumb was until the you start seeing the grease. If you're talking about making sure that the bearings are packed full, but you don't want to go too far because then you'll get grease kind of spinning on the well. I don't know how to answer that one clearly. I don't know if you yeah, I just don't know how to answer that one, unfortunately. Um, just learned the guy who bought my boat put a car block in it. Be cheaper to get the new block or a new boat. Um, okay, like the bearing buddies. That yeah, it's the 3/4. You can push on it, and it's pretty solid to the touch. Yeah, it's the Dominator, the Dorinator. You don't want to fill the protector cap with grease. It just adjusts. It is just a just cap, basically. Um, yeah, I've got one of the things that I'm working on sort of in the background is I've got a certified technician that has agreed to let me tag along with him for a couple of days and do some filming. And so I want to do some, maintenance stuff, and I think trailer stuff is something that there's not much of that out there. That might be a couple of good ideas. Is be greasing the bearings and doing some things like that on the trailer. Let's see here. All right, we'll go to St. Dorcas. Bought my boat from, put a car block in it. Would it be cheaper to new block or a new boat? It really depends. It depends on what the age of the boat is. Depending on what the engine is, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 is will get you the new block. You got the labor. If you can do that yourself, which can drop that in, but it really depends on what the boat is, what the condition of the boat is that you're putting the engine in versus, man, we got to do a bunch of work on the boat as well and the motor. So it's really situational. It's really situational. You don't want to fill. Let's see. Any recommended products for topside spray detail wax? I'm thinking of quick wash down, boat soap, followed by the spray wax of some sort for the quick wipe down. Yeah, there are Let me know what you all use um, for your spray. I don't use anything like that. I know. Let's see here. Uh, t- 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 let's see if I can pull this up here. So the one I probably have heard the most is the hot sauce. Oh, hey now. Um, let me scroll down. Is that the hot sauce bottle, kind of the water spot remover? If that's what you're talking about, um, I just wipe it down with a towel. So when I'm out, if I'm on a fiberglass boat, when we pull off, I'll just wipe everything down on the exterior with the towel. One of the driest towels that we have that have been out, have two people, one on each side, wipe off the stern drive, wipe that all off, get all that white exhaust stuff off there. It keeps it from getting all chalky a little bit. Wipe down the drive if you've got an outboard for the same reason, get all that exhaust out of there. And but I don't use a hot sauce type thing. If you guys have any of your that are your favorites, go ahead and drop that in the comments for Bill. Yes, Bill. It's coming. I was out the other day. I spent probably 8 hours out on Lake Wiley on the pontoon. And I was doing more sales videos, like scripted videos for my programs. Welcome to this, as we have changed over the technology. Didn't have like a welcome video for the trailer like a pro, or for tow water sports with confidence, for the boating amplifier toolkit. So I recorded a bunch of those videos in different settings, and I was going to do the app videos. I've got them all updated on my phone, and I'm actually glad I didn't, because I just saw that Argo came out with an update this weekend. Maybe it was Friday or Saturday. I saw it, and so I wouldn't have had their updated. They allowed the dropping of breadcrumbs, and there were a couple other just little glitchy fixes and other little fixes to just make it easier. So I promise it's coming. As a matter of fact, we are going to my in-laws place in Tennessee for a week before Memorial Day. So we'll be there over Memorial Day, but when my wife gets done teaching, when my girls get out of school, we're going to pack up and head down there before it gets real busy. And so I will be definitely doing it there if I don't get on the water sooner with and able to do that. So it's coming. Be patient with me. Be patient. I've got a lot of videos on the list, and that's one that I need to get done. Boat's a Bayliner Capri Cuddy, keep it in decent condition. The block is very rusted, crowed. Yeah. So what and um I talk about this in inspecting. Where is that one? Old tips for avoiding headaches on an older boat. The This video, Dorcas, I talk about, hey, how much is the boat going to be worth when it's all said and done? And with that 96 Bayliner Capri Cuddy, maybe a $10,000 boat with a trailer, depending on the condition and good running order, how much is it going to cost you to drop a new engine in it? And then, you know, what's the value of that boat going to be in 2 years from now? Is it worth spending it's probably a 4.3 liter? Is it worth spending the $3,500? Can you do the work yourself? And are you going to come, once you start tearing into things, are you going to be like, oh crap, and we've got to fix that, and we've got to do that, and the drive has some issues once you start opening everything up and diving in? So just be be aware of how much am I spending, and then what's the total value of the boat when it's all said and done. So hopefully that makes sense. Excellent luck with the boat bling products. Yeah, those are I always feel confident, even if I haven't used them. I've talked to several people there, and just the way that they test their products with the manufacturers, and the number of people I know that use it. That one I feel confident. But um, let's see, Adams polish, ceramic spray. Dad boat seems to stick around for 2 or 3 months. That's good. Yeah, is anybody McGuire's ceramic wax and boat juice? I'm wondering if anybody has their boat ceramic, has done the actual full-on 2-year, or so ceramic coatings. That's one that I'm curious how, and from what I understand, it really matters who applies it. How detailed are they in the prep? How competent are they in the application? Using my boat at least 2 times a week as well. Yeah. So it's not just sitting there with the stuff on it. That's pretty good. Lucas Marine Slick Mist. Yeah, you're welcome, Dorcas. Saint Dorcas. That video. It's not exactly your situation, but you might pick up a few things there. Um, yeah. So hopefully, Bill. I think Bill was the one that asked that question. Hopefully, that gives you some idea. And I wish I had a, hey, this is it. Um, can't tell they did it. It should be looking really good. My Ranger ceramic coated, the System X, 3 years now. It's not the end all be all, but it's great. Nothing really sticks to it. Yeah, it's I think that's one thing that you probably need to be aware of, is it doesn't mean that you don't have to clean it. It doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect. It's another layer of help. And all the stuff is just a little bit extra to keep it looking great. Like I said, my method is I just wipe it down with the towel, and then put a coat of wax on it on a yearly basis. And if you can keep it out of the sun, is another big plus. If you can keep it out of the sun from that UV and that oxidation starting up. So, all right, what else we got? Any other questions? Any other questions coming in? Still have maintenance sprays you use, specific type of soap. Yeah, that's the if you're using like Dawn dish soap or anything with a degreaser in, that's gonna that's going to kind of strip away any of those protective layers. That's kind of what the degreaser is for, is to strip off that greasy stuff, which the waxes, boom, it's going to be gone. So be real cautious with the soaps that you use. I actually talk about it in actually I want to say that I talk about that in I wish all boaters knew. I think I touch on that in that one. I definitely touch on it in another video somewhere. I don't remember which one it is, but that's real important. Some people use the Dawn dish soap because they use it on a duck, to clean off the oil. It's great for getting off oil, and it's very easy on stuff, but getting that oil off is the grease that it will take off your protective layers. So all right. I feel like I'm a little off today. My daughters had their dance recital yesterday. So I spent, let's see, 10 a.m. to about 6, about 5 or so, watching dances from 3-year-olds all the way up to high school. And there was even some couple adults. So I'm a little bit off today, I feel like. All right. What else we got? The Let's see here. This is the question that I asked most recently. Other boating channels, there were some that, who I kind of expected. Born Again Boating, Gale Force Twins. They're both of those channels are outstanding. Very, very good content, very experienced boaters, and a good, I'll say a good way of sharing the information. They're very educational, and not, they're entertaining for sure, but they're also very educational. I think those are great channels. I was really interested that not many folks pay attention to the dealer or manufacturer channel. Of course, the haul over and the wavy boats and all those. And then a couple others. Saint, I appreciate you. That guy's pretty cool. That one gave me a little chuckle. Boat Test is good. That boat guy is one. I don't know if ZKR 99 is on. He's joined us a few times. Ray, Boater Secret Weapon, I appreciate that. Dangar Marine, if you're somebody that is interested in um, real in-depth maintenance stuff. He's over in Australia or New Zealand, but he's diving into big mechanical projects, usually on outboards, sometimes on inboards and on diesels, but they don't have many stern drives in those areas. Stern drives are somewhat of an American um, propulsion system, gas stern drives, but Zip Zap Boat Test. This Cody Bass, he did a lot of um, small outboard maintenance videos, repairs, rebuilds, things like that. But they were usually, 25s and 9.9s and things like that. So, but they were always, I always like to see what other people are checking out. And that was the most recent poll that we did here. In this video, this was a video that, if you were a member, you got access to. This is me out boating with while we're waiting for any questions to come in. This is a question that I've had before. Charlie, you may have asked this question. Somebody has asked this question, and Bill, you're welcome. So I'm going to go. Let's see. We'll go big on this. But so this is how I put a tube on a stern drive. This is my in-laws Cobalt that we're running. And sorry, I've got my shirt off. It's the hazards of being a boating channel. Is I don't have a shirt off kind of body, but this is how I tie it. I don't know if you can hear my audio or not. You'll hear my daughters and I having these are the kind of conversations my daughters and I have when mom's not around. But R5. R5. I think it's a 2000, Derek. I think it's a 2018. So always, anytime you're doing something like this, make sure that tow rope is tied up real good and it's not going to get loose. And then I just kind of let it ride back there. You see how I do a second little loop there? Otherwise, it'll swing around and it can get up on the side of the boat, it's probably fine. But when you pull into the dock or when you get to wherever you're going, and when I'm out there, I'll just leave this dock line tied on that port corner, and then again make sure that rope doesn't get down in the water near that prop. And that's how I'll tie a tube off if I'm on a stern drive. It just works real easy. It keeps it out of the way. If if we're done, I may deflate it. It kind of depends, but and you'll see it rides back there nice and easy. It's designed to float. It's out of the way for everybody in the boat, and we use it a lot when we are at anchor. The girls will jump on it and do goofy stuff on it, but it just sort of rides back there, and that's my system. be real careful about this rope. I'm tied it up nice and good, and I know from my experience that it can if you hit a big wake or something, it can bounce out. But sometimes I'll Velcro it up. But I was kind of being lazy on this one. So this is a little piece of content that I put out for people that are supporting members. Is I'll put just little tidbits out like this. This is also going to go. I'll do a real one in trailer or not trailer like a pro tow water sports with confidence. We talk about that a little bit as well, and you can see all the other YouTube videos I watch. But let's see here. There we go. But that's how I do it on a Big Mabel. That is we've got it in Tennessee, we've got the 3-person. No, Tennessee, we got the 2-person one. In Lake of the Ozarks, where my family has our cabin, we have the 3-person one. I think it's the Super Mabel there, but we pull that with a pontoon. But my kids are the only 2 grandkids on my in-laws side, and in my family, my brother has 3, my sister has 2, and they're all from mine's the oldest at 10, and my brother's twins are the youngest at they're probably 6, 5. They're 5. So we've got that's prime Mabeling age. So we got the 3-seater Mabel there, and it's huge and it's cumbersome, but it's a lot of fun for the kids to get out on and to have some fun. So when we're on the pontoon with the Super Mabel, what I do is, and I'll be at the Ozarks over 4th of July, so I'll be able to video this as well. Let me see here. Pontoon with Tobar. This isn't the greatest picture, but what I'll do there is let's get a different. This shouldn't be that difficult of a picture to get. Here we go. So what I'll do is I will take that tube, the Mabel. It's like a chariot for those of you who don't know, and I'll slide it in here like a piece of toast in the toaster, with the chariot part going over the tow bar, and then I'll tie it up the same way. I'll have the cleat. I'll go through it so it doesn't move around. I'll loop it around and do a half hitch on each grab handle, and I'll do a half hitch and then tie it off on the backside, and that works pretty well. It keeps it nice and stable. It blocks your vision a little bit, and it blocks your vision when you're looking behind you. So I'll usually stand up when I'm driving if I've got the Mabel on. And then if you're, I won't back into a slip if we've got that out. And you just got to be a little bit more cautious when you're backing up. But that's how I do it on the pontoon. If anybody's in that situation, a tube would do the same thing. But the Mabel is just even bigger and bulkier. Out of curiosity, one of my buddies fly RC planes, helicopters. Any of you guys into RC boats? Thinking about it, absolutely no experience. I don't know anything about RC boats, other than there's a video going around in some of the boating groups of the RC truck backs the trailer down, and the RC boat's coming in to drive on the trailer, and he misses the first time, zips around, and then he just crashes into his boat. I thought that was a pretty funny video. But what do you think of the ratchet style transom straps? Will last in salt water. I've got an extra set. That's an interesting question, Brock. I talked to the guys that make the boat buckle, and they seem to think that they well, I shouldn't say they seem to think they were putting them on with saltwater boats. Now, I was talking to the salespeople at Ibex, and they they seem to not have problems with them. Um, but I don't know. I haven't tested it. What I'll do is I've got a guy down in Charleston. Okay, so yeah, you've got the boat buckle brand. I'll ask around to some of the folks in Charleston, but I haven't heard people saying it's a huge issue. I got just like everything else is you got to make sure you spray them down real good. And I don't know what they're using. Probably I would guess there's a lifespan where whatever they're using is gonna peter out at some point. But especially with that strap getting soaked up and being difficult to get that really all the way out, unless you make sure you pull it all the way out when you're spraying it. But I'll ask about that because I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that answer for sure. Do you put any product on your seats for sun protection? Yeah, you want to um, you want to make sure that you put back um, a UV conditioner type thing on it. I'll go back to let's see if I closed it down. The conditioner sauce. I don't like that image. That's doing that. But the boat bling condition sauce it's gonna re-moisturize the material and it's gonna give it some extra UV protectant. There's other brands that do similar things, but since I had this up, that's the type of thing that you want to spray on it periodically. If you are Bill, if you got a really nasty stain and you got to get real aggressive with the cleaner, I've got a video. My preferred method of cleaning. Let's see, clean. Yeah, don't use these products on your boat's upholstery. Um, for me, when I'm cleaning a boat, I'm going to use just vinegar and water. Um, like a 5 parts water, 1 part vinegar, type of solution, and a warm water, hot water. It's gonna just wipe everything down, and then just wipe it with the dry cloth, and I'm gonna be done. And then if you've really got a tough stain, that's when I would go to the cleaner and I would say, okay, maybe I need to use a little bit of something because a mildew started. If it's that direction, or it's a red stain, I need to try to get a little bit more aggressive. Depending on the situation, will depend on what I use to get more aggressive. Maybe a little brush in a particular area. I don't want to use that brush on the threads. That's really susceptible to, over time causing issues and the threads breaking. And now you've got a seam coming apart, things like that. But if you do that, then you definitely want to use that, recondition it with that conditioning step, wipe it off, and you should be good to go. But the least aggressive that you can use to clean, the better. So that's kind of my standard. Okay, yeah, it's got a zinc plated internals. Boat buckle brand here too. Automotive seatbelt shoulder pads to protect. That's a great idea. We did that on our transom tie downs way back in the day. Dad would use those so that there wasn't scratching anything up. That's a really slick trick. If you're worried about something scratching, um, just those little shoulder harness seatbelt things. I think ours are like that woolly kind that we would put on. That's a really good tip, Derek. Thank you for sharing that. And okay, so you're a bling guy too. Everybody that I've talked to that uses that has had great success. And again, like I said, I talked to them down at Ibex. I talked to them at the Knoxville Boat Show. They happen to live in Knoxville, so they were just displaying there because it was their local show, and they knew a lot of people in the area. And I appreciated their approach as we were talking through things. So um, stole a set of pallet protector pads from where straps don't come to everything. Um, yeah, that's really good. That is a great tip. All right. Well, we got it. We had a whole bunch of people on today. We've got a whole bunch of folks that have been with us. The questions are kind of trickling in. So if you've got more questions, bring them in. I'm going to do my quick little commercial here. And if you guys, if anybody would like to do that video, get the sticker, the just the vinyl decal, and they're actually I haven't put it on my truck yet, but it just peels off. In theory, it peels off, but you know how a sticker works. I think we're all smart enough to understand stickers. But I think they turned out pretty good. That's what it looks like, and just go answer the couple of questions just in your own words. Be honest. Whatever you feel would be appreciated. I'll send you that. And let's see here. If you are a boat shopper looking to buy your first boat, the Boat Buyer's Toolkit, 25 plus pages, 28 pages, I think, with the cost of ownership calculator. It's just a great resource. It's free, and anybody can grab that. Just drop your email address in, and it'll be sent to you. We've moved over to our new system, so hopefully getting logged in and getting access to all of these programs is easier. That was the idea behind it, and the Boater Boot Camp. It's a 3-part video series. I know a lot of you guys that are on this live have been through the boot camp. Again, it's a free 3-part series for newer boat owners. We talk about the engine. We talk about what everything the systems on your boat, what they do in general. So we try to cover what every boat has, and so you get the basics of it. We talk about safety. We talk about maintenance. We talk about what else do we talk about? We talk about rules of the road and navigation. We talk about we touch on a whole bunch of things, just all the things you don't know as you enter the new world of boating. If you're newer to it, first boat, been a boater for a couple of years, or you've been out of boating for a long time and you're coming back in with the new 4 strokes, or the new technology. It's pretty valuable. Yeah. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. And those are all free. We've got the best boat captain program, the single stern drive, the pontoon, the single outboard. Is That's been shot, it's been edited, and we're just waiting to put some of the coastal stuff in there. And that is on its way. And then we've got trail water sports or tow water sports with confidence. You can see my daughter's out there on that one's the Super Mabel. That's the 3-seater, and trailer like a pro, which is if you struggle with trailering or you've never trailered before, just how to do it efficiently and safely, and some of the easy ways to do it when you get on the ramp for the first time. And like Huck said, is I I can give you a lot of information and I can get you from, oh my God, I'm scared to death. But there's a certain point where you've got to practice. You've got to practice. And the same thing with all of them. Yeah. Thank you, Ray. Even experienced boaters are learning from this. And I've got people that have boated for a long time, and they're like, ooh, that was great. They just a couple little tips here and there can make a big difference. And then if you're buying a boat, the First Time Boat Buyer Academy is going to walk you through it step by step. And every single paid program that I have, personal, happy boater, 100% money back guarantee. Just send me an email, say I didn't do what I wanted to do, didn't like it, or the boat purchase fell through and we're not buying a boat. Whatever it is, I don't care. You get your money back. That's just how I want to run my business. That's the relationship I want to have with you all, so that if you don't feel that the value's there, hey, here's your money back. We're good. We're friends. But and keep watching the videos if you find them valuable. All right. So that is that. And let's see. I appreciate the kind words and the support from everybody on the programs. I know Ray's been through the best boat captain, and let's see here. Tips on shopping for boat insurance. My renewal is due soon. Went up 1,000, so I need to shop around. So, Anthony, I have. If you go to, let's see how I can do this. If I remember the best one, boaters. Boat insurance. If you go to this page, um, oh Nelly, that's the thing. Copy. If you go to this page, I'll connect you with the best insurance provider for the type of boat you have. And then the other thing you can do is I've got a video. Oh, error occurred. Wait a moment and try again. Okay. Hopefully if you're on YouTube, yeah, Derek, you're on YouTube, so that came through. Um, or no, Anthony, that was. If you go to that site, I'll connect you, but there's also these videos here. This one's from 3 years ago. This one's from a year ago. They're very, very similar in content. Don't they haven't changed that much, but it's all about making sure you have the right coverage and where to look for the insurance. I just set up this page and these relationships more recently, so you could check that out. If they're comparable, or if they're here's what I talked to with the people that I partnered with was, listen, um, I don't care if you're the cheapest necessarily, but I want you to write the right coverage and complete coverage for everybody. And I want you to have a fair quote. That's what I want. And then we can continue on. So I know they give great service, and they should be competitive, but most importantly, they're going to give you the coverage that I talk about in these videos to make sure that you've got that. So check that out, Anthony. And I've heard a lot of insurances going up. I don't know if you're at the coast or not, but I've heard a lot of folks at the coast having those issues of premiums go up significantly. And I don't know exactly what's causing it, but you're not the only one that has seen that. And what's interesting is there's not a ton of boat insurance providers, like the not just the agencies, but the actual people that are holding the insurance. And there's only a handful of those. So and what can happen is one of them says, "Hey, we're oversaturated in this area or this style of boat. We've got too much risk on the East Coast. We got too much risk at the Gulf. We got too much risk inland. We've got too many pontoons. We've got whatever." And so that can happen sometimes. And they'll be like, "Well, jack the rates up." Some of them are going to leave. Some of them will stay and pay it, which great. And then that allows them to balance out their portfolio. So hopefully that explains why. And hopefully they can help you. Coming from a Bravo setup to a Volvo 27-foot bow rider. Um, they're so similar. It it I want to say it doesn't matter. Here's what you'll find, Derek. Your boat won't wander um like you had with that single Bravo one. You'll have the dual props on the Volvo. It'll give you a straighter line. Um, your going from a Merc cruiser, the Bravo. I think the impeller on the Bravo one is the same as the Bravo three, where it's inside the engine compartment. So that will be the same. There's not really. I don't think you're gonna, other than you're gonna like it better. It's gonna handle better and be more responsive in slow water maneuvering around the docks, because you've got more surface area and you're gonna have more directional control. But there's really nothing that you need to do different. Maintenance is different in how it's performed, but the same in what needs to be done: oil, gear lube, impeller, those types of things. You'll find, depending on what your Bravo one was, you'll probably find that Volvo Pinto drive is a little bit sound smoother, with the way they do things. But there's not anything you really need to know different, other than just getting used to how it handles, because it'll be slightly more maneuverable and more responsive. What always baffles me with the trailers, at least around here, the lack. Yeah, it's everybody focuses so much on the boat, and it's, when the boat's sitting on the trailer, all you see is the tires. But bro, I saw a post with the pontoon the other day, or no, right before I logged in, was, hey, um, he had leaf springs that were all rusted out, and it was basically flat. And he said, "Do I need to, I put my boat in salt. Do I need to pay attention to these?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're in. If you don't do anything in the next 6 or 8 months, they're probably going to bust." And so I've got my trailer videos. You know what? That's actually a good video to do. Um, I've got my trailer basics video, but I don't have a trailer maintenance video. That might be a good one to do. Um, yeah, and you see that, you see the boat sitting on the side of the road, with a flat tire, and you're like, tires go bad too. That's one of the things I talk about in this is, tires will go bad over time, just like anything that can break down with the UV and things like that. Um, Switch to Strickland Marine, Johns Island, beat my old company. They have better coverage. Yeah, that's, insurance is one of those things where, as long as you've got the right coverage, you know, pick the cheapest. Make sure they're going to be there for you if you need something. But, yeah, yeah, there's no reason to overspend on something that hopefully you don't ever need. Trailer maintenance is Uh, yeah, it's if you tow a bunch, it can ruin a day. I remember when I was a kid, we were trailering our boat to a vacation to meet some friends at a new lake that we'd never been to, on a single axle trailer. We had a 16-foot Larson tri-haul on a Dilly. I don't even know. I don't think they make them anymore, but a Dilly single axle trailer. And we blew a tire, going down the interstate. And my dad always had a heavy foot. And I remember, like, holy crap. So we had to pull over on the side of the road, unhook the boat, run to the tire shop, and make it all work. But you're like, yeah, that's not what you want to have happen when you got, you know, three kids in the back of the conversion van that are freaking out. And, probably, I'm sure we were driving dad nuts as he was trying to deal with all that. Yeah, okay, so the South Carolina coast, and Brock is in the same area, Anthony. So his recommendation of Strickland, it is probably one that would be worth checking out. I don't know what kind of boat you have, but that matters a little bit too. But check them out as well. Um, Welcome sustainability. I know Mother's Day takes priority for sure. Um, Call me ready to tear apart those. Um, yeah, it's those things that it's not doing those things why people have that impression that, oh my gosh, your boats always break down, and it's a disaster, and bust out another thousand because you got to fix something, and the best day is the day you buy it and the day you sell it. Those things are true if you don't take care of it. If you take care of it, yeah, there's cost for sure. Boating is by no means cheap, but if you take care of it, you don't have those pain in the ass things happening as often. They can still happen, but um A little sketchy. Yeah, so you'll be a little bit better with the Bravo drives, Derek, and it's you may want to if it's a matter of if it's a matter of you feel like you don't have the confidence and control with the boat, check out the best boat captain. The 9 building blocks will take you through, even if you're experienced. That my guess is you'll pick up some things that you're like, that's going to be super helpful. And like I said, if you go through it and you're like, total waste, I knew everything. Watch it and really listen. And I think you'll be like, that was money well spent. And again, if not, the money back guarantee is there for sure. So, any products you recommend protect the trailer from salt? You got to spray it down. I don't know if anybody in the salt, if you use like a salt away type spray on it, or if you're just spraying it with fresh water. Um, Oh, there we go. There we go. See, that's, always spray down with salt away, similar, axle springs, coat them with the fluid 2 times a year. Um, every time I trailer, always check lights. Yeah. Yep, that's it wa anytime I put a boat behind my truck, I don't care where I'm going with it, unless it's just right around the corner to the boat ramp or something like that, I'm checking everything. Just checking the tires, checking do a light check, do a brake check, all that stuff matters for sure. Um, and it takes you 3 minutes to do it and can save you a big, huge, a big, huge issue. So hopefully the yard that answer helps. And here's another salt away, shark hide coat. Okay, that's interesting. Um, the the protector that shark hide lasts, I think 3 years, Anthony. If I don't know if you've had yours on that long, but is that a normal time for that to last? I know it's got to be reapplied, but I want to say like 3 years is the typical span on that. So, all right, we're coming up on an hour, and I've got my mother-in-law was in town for the dance recital, so I'm gonna call it quits here, um, unless something jumps in here at the last minute. But thank you all very much. I appreciate you joining me. Again, if there's any mothers on, happy Mother's Day to you. And 2 years, okay, that's what I thought. 2-3 years was about right for that shark hide. But thank you guys very much. I appreciate you all that have been on these lives and the conversation you guys are having back and forth in the chats and the extra value that everybody is adding to the conversations. Brock for sure, Charlie, even though you're a newer boater, always throwing in a question or putting in some value. Derek, Anthony, Bill, Ray, all you guys, I really really appreciate it. And and Rick, Dorcas for sure. Let's see, who am I forgetting? Rocketry and railroads. All you guys, I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week, and we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.